In this lecture, I'm going to explain the ABCs of blogging. But what does that really mean? That word basically means an alphabetical guide of blogging or an overview of blogging in general. So in the last lecture, we discussed what is a blog, and now we're going to kind of talk about the ins and outs of blogging, who owns the blog, and different aspects of that. So who what is a blog? We talked about that a little bit. So we basically explained that, and you can look at a blog also as an online newspaper because you're sharing information but you're doing it virtually. So it can be viewed exactly like that, as an online newspaper. Who owns the blog? Well, as we talked about before, it could be an individual or a group of individuals. It really, or a company can own the blog. It really just depends. A big corporation, Fortune 500 company, a business, or a person just like you and me could simply own a blog. Now, there are different kinds of blogs. Of course, this list is not limited to the different amounts of blogs that you can see out there, but you get an idea of what you can expect. A blog could be in the form of an online store, some kind of classifieds, a personal blog, a photo blog, or even a forum or an online discussion group. Now that you know a little bit more about blogging and all of that, one thing you will also realize is that your blog is always going to be online unless for some reason your hosting plan or provider happens to go down due to a power outage or something like that. But you can expect that your blog will be online 365 days out of the year, 24 hours out of each day, 7 days a week. And because of that, that's good. It has positive aspects and also a negative aspect. One of the positive things about that is that visitors can access your website and blog to get your content whenever they need to. So if it's early in the wee hours of the morning, late at night, on the weekends, they can access your blog as long as they have internet connection or Wi-Fi, wherever they are, anywhere in the world. Now, because of that fact, you also will need to know that your website could be subject to hackers and content thieves. Don't let that stop you. Don't be alarmed about that. That's just something that you need to know as far as blogging in general. And so what you could do in order to avoid that is use a couple of plugins and also make sure your blog has some security features. And I'll talk about that more when we go into the lecture about how to start your own blog either through Blogger or WordPress. For some, and possibly for you too, your blog is your business. It's like your business card. Whatever your domain name will be, you can use that. It's yours. You own it. You could, keep that name and that website and have it for the rest of your life. Some people may even decide to sell it at some point or time for a large profit. But really it is like it's a virtual business for you. So you can view it that way. So now that we kind of talked about the ABCs of blogging and I gave you an overview of what that means, in the next lecture, we're going to discuss some of the misconceptions that people have about blogging. So make sure you join me in the next lecture.